Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This is BT Plays here, and in this video I will be discussing the feature that Ubisoft added to the Crew 2 that ultimately made the game really bad. Before we get into the video, please make sure to like the video and subscribe if you are new, and yeah, let's get into it. So we'll be discussing today the impact that the multiplayer has had on the Crew 2. As you know, the multiplayer on this game is one of the worst multiplayers I've ever experienced on any game. So there's two types of multiplayer on this game. One is to play with up to 3 other friends in races. That's one multiplayer, which isn't even multiplayer, that's more like co-op. And then the other multiplayer is where you can play other races in a PvP event with up to 7 other players, which it sounds good, yeah, it sounds very good, but considering that one, no one ever touches these playlists ever, no one ever plays PvP ever, and two, there just isn't enough range of vehicles. So the Crew 2 obviously is known for having cars, boats and planes added to the game. It's known for that. It's known to be the only racing game to have that feature added, which is brilliant. It's a brilliant feature. I love it. I really do. But when it comes to multiplayer, they have barely any races included with these features. There's no plane races. I think there's one boat race. That's about it. Which is really disappointing because they added these features for a reason and they haven't given them a proper purpose unless you play offline, which just isn't good enough. It just isn't good enough. As you can see from this footage I'm about to play, I scrolled through, there's 2 playlists of races you can choose from, which seem good, but with this one you only have one jet sprint race, loads of street racing vehicles, street racing events, only one jet sprint, one powerboat and one Alpha GP race. There's 2 touring car races as well, which touring car is one of my favorite events in the game. So to not add more is just really, I don't know. The multiplayer is just horrendous. It is awful, and on top of that, obviously there isn't their own custom races that they have as well. There is races that are already in the game, so if you were to play an online event, you're just playing the exact same race you played about 1,000 times, which obviously gets a bit boring. So because of that just obviously makes people not want to play it as much. And also another thing is, whenever I load into a multiplayer lobby, there's always about 3 people. There's never ever at least like 6, 7 people. There's always like 3, 4. That's it. That shows how bad multiplayer really is on this game. I agree, because I try and find games all the time. There's no one there. It just doesn't make any sense. If they were going to add a feature, at least optimize it to its like correct capacity. And another thing as well, the features, like if you were to play an online playlist, at least have like a nice ranking system where, like, you know, like if you win a certain amount of games, a certain amount of races, you get different rewards. Like have like a summit for online. That would be perfect. Obviously I know Ubisoft aren't going to do that now because this game is coming up to its 3rd, 4th year anniversary, something like that. So I don't think the game is going to do that yet, or at all actually, but it would have been nice to see that, like a nice little ranking system saying if you won this many games this week, you get a certain amount of rewards, even if it's money, crew credits, bucks, anything. It would be just better than playing a race that literally gives us parts that we don't want because they're normally common parts. So they're just giving us common parts, and then they're just giving us the normal difficulty XP and bucks. So I just find that really disappointing, and that's probably why a lot of people stop playing this game as well, because many people want to play an online game with their friends and play against people, be competitive, but this game has no competitive nature in it whatsoever. This game is only competitive against the AI, which isn't even competitive at all. If you play this game, you will know that if you play on normal, it's too easy. If you play on hard, it's too easy. If you play on ace, it's still too easy. They included ace, what, like a year and a half ago? That was good. You got the gold parts and stuff, but what we're going to use the gold parts for? Just playing against the same AI that are we're just gonna beat every time. It's just, they need to do something with the multiplayer, because the multiplayer is the only way for the game to be competitive and for people to stay around like for longer to actually play the game. And yeah, that was my rant about how I think the multiplayer is really bad in this game, which it is. It's a shorter video than usual, but you know, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe if you are new. I'll be posting videos regularly now. I've got loads in production and loads ready to come out. Hopefully they'll be out every day. I'm not sure though. If not every day, every other day. But yeah, hope you have a good one, and peace.